My name is Eric, and I am the tire technician for AO Racing's number 77 Porsche, better known as Rexy.
My name is Tobin. I do tires for the LMP2 car, Spike, the Dragon.
For the Daytona 24-hour event, we're allocated 25 sets of tires for the actual race. During the event, we'll generally go through a tire set every pit stop cycle, generally every 40 minutes to 1 hour, depending on the race strategy.
LMP2 is allocated 37 sets of tires. GTD has separate allocation for the Roar and for the race and quali, whereas LMP2 is just one big pool you have to pull out of.
So on a general day when we show up to the race circuit, we're going to be collecting our rims and tires from Michelin, which is the vendor for the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Challenge. Our role from that point is we are inspecting the rims for any damage, making sure that the right tire is mounted to the right rim. At that point, we are removing the humidity from the tire. Naturally, the tires are going to have moisture inside. Humidity plays a large role in tire pressures on the circuit. So one part of our service is we are removing the humidity by filling the tire with nitrogen, expelling the humidity, filling it back up with nitrogen, and repeat that process until we get to a desired reading. At that point, we take our tires and we mark them into the sets. We work closely with the engineers of getting the data with the ambient and the track temperatures, setting the correct pressures to the tires, and then get them down the pit lane for the crew members to mount on the car. For every track circuit, we're going to have a mandated minimum tire pressure. Any team that goes under the mandated pressure will receive a mechanical black flag. The priority of monitoring tire pressures during practice sessions is finding the optimum peak of pressure for the tire's performance. Tire pressures are too high, it's going to offset the balance of the car. Tire pressures too low will also offset the balance of the car. We're constantly monitoring tire pressures during practice sessions, so that way we could find the perfect pressure balance of the tires for the event. So after our practice session, when we retrieve the tires and come back to our work area, we will then use our tire scraper, which is basically a heat gun with a blade. And what we do is we take it and we will clean off the old tire surface area, so that way we can expose the tire tread depth wear pins. And from here we take a measurement, we'll then go review it with the engineers. And then also what we're doing is we're cleaning off to make a clean surface area for inspection so we can see what the tire is doing.
With Daytona, obviously we have the banking, which puts a lot of energy through the tires. They are very good at handling that energy, but when you get towards double or triple stinting, you're going to want to look at, usually the right rear has a lot of blistering, which means the tires are getting very hot in a certain part. They'll start forming bubbles, and those bubbles will eventually burst, which can lead to a puncture or, in most cases, just a loss of grip. So it's up to the drivers and engineers to manage how much energy is going through the tires before we need to put new boots on the car.
So during an event, we will have a certain amount of tires in pit lane. What our role will include is monitoring the air and track temperatures, as that is always changing. We are then receiving tires. As of this event, we have 25 sets of tires. We will have tires being mounted and dismounted during the event. So as they come back to our work area to be prepped, will then be brought down to pit lane, which then we would be setting tire pressures, engaging with the engineers of what a new strategy would be for the next pit stop. And of course, if it would rain, we would switch out to a rain set. And then we work with the crew members to give them the correct wheel, so when we come to a pit stop, we're ready to go.
During practices, we use enough tires to get meaningful data before the race, but we still need to have enough to cover the full 24 hours. And what we will often do is scrub tires, which means put them on a car, go around slowly for a lap, let that initial shine get off the tire, and then once it's dark and cold late at night, we're able to put that on the car just to help the warming up process and give the drivers a little bit more grip when it's tricky conditions. There's so much that goes into making a race car fast, and often that is down to the engine, suspension, all the parts you see on the car, the wings, and tires are often taken for granted. But what people forget is tires are the only part of the car that intentionally touches the ground, even though the rest of the car theoretically could, but that would be a bad day.
At the end of the event, we have to clean all the wheels. We have to ensure that there's not any damage. Sometimes we get car-to-car contact to then mark those wheels for replacement. And then we have to take all the wheels to Michelin to have them dismounted, retrieve our wheels back, load them back up in our transporter, and we head to the next race circuit.